With the current economy and the rising cost of prices around us, a lot more people are looking into starting side hustles on top of their day job. There are many benefits to this, such as being able to have multiple income streams, have something fulfilling outside of your job, and also just being able to save towards a goal, whether it is buying a new house, saving for your kids, saving for a college tuition fund, or even working towards early retirement. However, most of the time, we all overcomplicate starting a business or a side hustle. I, for one, have always been the type of person that spend months researching, but then never take the first step to even starting. While it used to take a lot of time to start a side hustle, now with AI, you can even launch the basic blueprints that you need for your business in just one weekend. Today, I'll show you how to start a digital product side hustle using AI every step of the way. Alright, so we're going to begin by opening any kind of generative AI chatbot. I'm going to do ChatGPT because that's what I've used all this time and I'm very comfortable with. So I'm going to start with a prompt sentence of give me 10 digital product ideas that I can sell online with low startup costs. Maybe low or no startup costs. All right, so let's see what we get. So the first one we have is AI workflow templates, sell ready-to-use AI prompts, automations, or workflow templates, mini ebooks, 3 video tutorials, 4 Notion or Google Sheet templates, 5 printable planners or journals. Of course, you want to look at what your skills are. For example, if you are a teacher, it might make more sense for you to sell lesson plans and also maybe different kinds of activities that you do with your student. You might be concerned about oversaturation in the market. This is why brainstorming and market research is very important, which is what we'll go through next. There are a few sites that I like to use, so I'll briefly go through each of them. So the first one is Exploding Topics. They have a 7-day free trial, and I'm not going to go ahead with the trial, but I'm just going to show you what you can get immediately from the page. It kind of basically show you keywords that have been exploding in the last, you can filter right here, 2 years, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And also it lets you pick different categories. And since I'm giving teaching as an example, I'm going to select education, 2 years. So you can see here, for example, this one right here is Certiverse. So Certiverse is an online platform that streamlines the development and delivery of certification exams. By incorporating AI and machine learning, it enables organizations to recreate and launch high-quality exams. So here is one idea. You could perhaps create template exams using Certiverse, and then you can sell those. So the next on the list is Google Trends. Here you can type out any of the keywords that you're interested in selling. So it could be something like maybe you're an environmental science teacher, maybe you want to use AI in your classrooms, something like that. I am going to go with lesson plans. All right, so we still see some growth, seems to be like up and down over the last time. So I'm going to go in the past 12 months. Okay, that seems to be like some stable interest in lesson plans. And then you can see by region. And again, I'm trying to show you examples of the sites and how you can use them and how it can be helpful in market research. Related topics, Teacher Synergy, LLC, contented evaluation, Makey lesson plans. Ooh, so there's a lot of growth in that, 2,750%. So let's see what that is. It's a company that basically sells lesson plans, and it looks like you can shop and buy them. Oh, that's really cool. They have backpack bundles, coded key backpack. Okay, so now these are not digital products. As you can tell, they're a physical product, but there's definitely an interest in what they're making. So you could also make a guide on how to use these different kinds of products. All right, the next thing that I have is Etsy. I'm going to look up here like science lesson plans and see what comes up. You can see here there's so many cool different kinds of tools. This is also mirroring another website that might be more specific. It's Teachers Pay Teachers. This site is basically like Etsy, be where you can sell digital products, but this is the niche of education. And now the next on the list that I have is Answer the Public. This is also another cool site where you can look up kind of keywords, what people are searching for. So I'm going to do lesson plans again. And yeah, my keyword is very basic, but I'm just here to show you the ideas. The creative part is up to you. It's searching. All right, I had to refresh again, but this is what I love about Answer the Public. They give you such great visuals on all the different keywords people are asking for. So you can see here, they've made this like circular glob thing, and it's divided up into different things like why, are, who, where. These are the questions that people are asking on Google about lesson plans, where to make lesson plans. And again, here, this can give you ideas. Oh, I could use Nearpod to create a lesson plan and sell that as a digital product. I can use Canva. I can use Magic School AI, which is what we found earlier. Now, something I want you to keep in mind with market research, it actually helps to go for keywords that are not very competitive. That means they do not have a very high volume, but they still have a decent cost per click rate. And the reason being that is because then you have a higher chance of success instead of competing with bigger companies that have bigger search volume and they own that keyword, if that makes sense. All right, so those are the sites that we have used for market research. I gave you an idea of where and how to find them. So again, I use the example of lesson plans for someone who is a teacher and interested in selling lesson plans as a digital product side hustle, but this can apply to anything. Okay, so the next step is creating your digital product. If you're doing some sort of a PDF guide, Canva would be the best option. I'm just going to do guidebook. You can click guidebook template. You can see all kinds of guidebooks right here. I started off with a guidebook because, kind of like it follows the same type of setup as a lesson plan. Then you can go ahead and edit using the template. So metamorphosis lesson plan for environmental science. And then you're going to reduce that and then edit your name, change out the photos however you like, and then you can include the contents. Now for content ideas, of course, you can go back to ChatGPT, create a detailed lesson plan for me on metamorphosis for an environmental science class teaching high school students. And again, as a teacher, you're going to take this and you're going to incorporate your voice and edit it based on your experience and knowledge. ChatGPT gives you a good starting place with what to add into your lesson plan. Learning objectives, standards alignments, materials needed, lesson outline, direct instructions, and stuff like that. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take what ChatGPT gives you, edit it in Google Doc or Microsoft Word, and finalize your lesson plan. Then come back to Canva to put together your lesson plan. This is for PDFs and digital guidebooks. You can also use Canva for courses, but I am also going to show you a different website that you can use, and that website is Teachable. Teachable is basically a website where you can create a structured course, you can record videos and upload it there itself to sell an online course. I'm not going to go into this in so much detail just for the sake of time, but if you're interested in this and would like me to walk through how to create a course, drop it down in the comment, and if there's a lot of interest in it, I'll happily make a video. But yeah, if you want to create a course, highly recommend Teachable. As you can see, some of the structure right here, it gives you the title, it gives you a place for students to monitor their course progress, captionings, descriptions. So it provides you a very structured place to have all the things that you need for a course. The next step now is to create your business name. For creating your business name, I'm going to use bizee.com, B-I-Z-E-E. What you're going to do is just basically enter any keywords that are related to your business. So again, we're following the example of lesson plans. I am going to use lesson plans and see what kind of names Bizee comes up with. So we got Lesson Space, Lesson Plan Guru, EduPlan, Schoolits, Schoolooby, Scolubi, I like that one. Lessonary, I actually like that one, so I think I'm gonna go with that. This helps you save so much time that you might otherwise spend maybe like 30 minutes trying to come up with a name. The next website is Canva, so you're gonna go to logo, and then you're gonna click create a brand new logo. And Canva has a free option, and also it's Canva Pro, which has a lot more designs that you can pick from, but I'm just going to do the basic type. So you're going to click on describe your ideal logo, create a logo for me for a lesson plan digital product business. Forgot to include for science-based lesson plans digital product business. Okay, let's see what that comes up with. Ooh, those are cool. Okay, so we have science color. Oh, I forgot to say my name. With the name Lessonary. Okay, we're gonna update that again. Generate design. All right, so here you can see the free option that was given. So let's go ahead with this one right here. Now for the most important step, where to sell your digital product. So there are two sites that I'm going to talk about. The first one is Gumroad and the second one is Etsy. I'm also going to explain some of the pros and cons for each of them. For Gumroad, this is a really cool website that you can basically sell any kind of digital products. You could do like videos, you can do PDFs, you can do guides. There's all kinds of different things that you can sell on Gumroad. I like it because it's low cost, it's simple and minimal, and it's a great place to just start really fast. So that's Gumroad. So here is an example of a Gumroad store. This one is by Simple Market Metrics. This is like the entry of the store. You can see it's welcome to Simple Market Metrics, and then it shows you 3 digital products that are being sold. One for $99, another is $99 a month, and the other is $75. I'm going to check out this one right here, My Future Success. This has 4,707 in sales, and it also includes a video that walks through how to use the digital product. So pretty cool. And then it also walks you through what you can find in the digital product: buy and sell indicators, advanced dashboard indicators, no monthly fee, lifetime access. And then there's also, as you can see here, a ratings section, so you can get an idea of whether people like this digital product or not. And to start off in Gumroad is pretty easy. So if you go to Gumroad dashboard after you log in, and then here I've so far made an account. I've already customized my profile. So the next step is creating my first product. As you can see, it's very simple to start. You can do metamorphosis lesson plan for environmental science. And you can see here the different options. There's digital product, there's a course, there's an ebook. So it looks like what I showed you early on, the My Future Success. This looks like it's a course. Yeah, but what we're doing here is a digital product. And then there's also memberships and bundles. And then you go to customize. Oops, I forgot to add the price. So I'm going to do 20 or 30. And then here you can create your descriptions. This is where ChatGPT can come in place again. You can say create a Gumroad, and ChatGPT will know what is Gumroad. Create a Gumroad description for a metamorphosis lesson plan for environmental science K-12. You can see here that ChatGPT has generated a description for you. And of course, you want to add your own character into this. Don't copy and paste it for what it is. Make sure you include your own voice so that people know that, oh, this is a real person, and more people are inclined to buy from a person, not just something AI generated. AI is meant to enhance your work, not replace it. Okay, so I'm gonna take that and then just edit it however I like. For the sake of time, I'm not gonna do that, but make sure that you do that. And then you can do your URL here. And there we go. And then you can upload a cover, so you could do your logos and thumbnail. You're gonna create the logo here, the thumbnails. You could take screenshots of your lesson plans. Because this is specific to the product, I would do a thumbnail of your lesson plan and then also screenshots of your lesson plan. Okay, and then here you add product info, call to action, summary, and details, and then pricing. And then once you're done with all that, you can also limit product sales, allow customers to choose a quantity, publicly show the number of sales on your product page. That might be good for marketing. So there's a lot of cool details right here that will show you how your product is going to look like. Another place that is great for digital products is Etsy. And I'm going to show you a few examples right here. I'm going to do finance spreadsheet. You can see so many people selling spreadsheets here, like this one right here, ultimate annual budget spreadsheet. And what's good about Etsy is that you do not have to worry about drawing people to your product because Etsy is an established site. There are a lot of people who visit Etsy every day, so it's easier to get a head start with your digital products. One of the downside of Etsy is the fees. It is expensive, and sometimes even after all the fees that you might not get a lot of profit. Eventually, you might want to switch to something more organic like Gumroad and draw your crowd through social media and stuff like that. So those are the places that you can house your digital products. Finally, we're going to end back in ChatGPT. This time, it's about creating your marketing materials. So earlier on, I mentioned the metamorphosis lesson plans, right? So here you can say, create marketing materials for social media on my digital product business that sells science lesson plans. Include post and reels / TikTok ideas. This is very crucial to know, but you always want to make sure you enter your prompt sentences very clearly. This will give you better results. The more clearer you are, the better. Okay, so perfect. Since you're selling digital science lesson plans, we can create a cohesive marketing strategy for social media. So here, it gives you an idea. It gives you content themes, an overview. It gives you product highlights, before and after transformations, limited time offers, engagement. So these are the caption ideas that it generates and the examples. Now, what you're going to do to market is you're going to take these items that ChatGPT gave you as an idea, and you're going to do Instagram post on Canva. So we're going to go back to Canva, and I'm going to do carousel. I'm going to move this out of the way. So text, add a text box. You're going to put the font that you like. Again, part of your branding, you want to have consistency in your font. And then I'm going to change the caption size. And you're going to take the example, the metamorphosis image, and then maybe you could do like a butterfly. I would also take a screenshot of your lesson plan that you make, and then maybe include a screenshot of your lesson plan somewhere in here also. You're going to save this, and then you're going to post it on Instagram with this caption right here. So this is the caption idea that was given. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if there's something in this video that you'll like me to deep dive into. If you're interested in learning more AI tools, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I talk a lot about different types of AI in different aspects of life, such as career, finance, productivity, and also business. Thank you for watching.